Is the 5 Series still irrelevant? I'm going to give 3 reasons why you may want to consider it and 3 reasons why you may not. I'm showcasing the 2026 BMW 530i Sedan in Brooklyn Gray Metallic in espresso brown perforated leatherette. 14 different colors to choose from, 10 different interior options, and 6 different trims with one of the best ground clearance in class. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and I'm going to throw in some pros and cons, compare this against the competition to reveal the 3 reasons why you want to get it, or 3 reasons why you may want to skip it. Starting off with, you can get the rear-wheel drive, that's what we're showcasing, or the xDrive, which is an all-wheel drive system. I would probably tick the box to the xDrive. It's just a little bit more of a fun vehicle. Now, they have a 540i, which has that inline 6-cylinder, and it's going to increase your horsepower and torque, but it also increases the bill. The front starts off with full LED headlights and daytime runnings with cornering lights. It integrates into the active kidney grille shutter. You get the glossy black with the satin aluminum that's going to highlight it. The lower is going to have some M-Spec content because we have the M Sport package. That's also going to add the M Sport suspension, the Shadowline exterior trim, so it's going to be a little bit more aggressive, ticking the box to that. Front and rear parking sensors, that's going to come standard. The 360-degree reverse camera, you could get that with the executive package, which is going to add a ton of features, or you can option it with the premium package, and that will give you the lighting system that we have for the front, including the remote engine start. Underneath the hood is going to house the 2.0-liter BMW twin-power turbocharged. That's producing 255 horsepower with 295 pound-feet of torque. It has a 48-volt mild hybrid system. It's paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. It's reaching 60 at 5.9 seconds. Now, if you tick the box to the xDrive, which is the all-wheel drive configuration, it drops it by 0.1 seconds. So you're not getting that for the speed, but the reason why I would tick that because it helps with the cornering, but the dynamics here is actually really good. It's a little bit better at 52.5, 47.5 weight distribution. It achieves 28 mpgs for the city, 35 mpgs for the highway. Now, getting that M Sport package gives us these 20-inch M Star spoke bicolor black alloy wheels with the blue brake calipers. The first reason why I would get this is because you're getting all of that performance sipping on fuel. When you tick the box to the M Sport package, you get the M Sport suspension, so it's going to handle a little bit better, even though you didn't tick the box to the xDrive, which will add about 100 pounds to the curb weight. But a reason why I would skip it, because this is the B48. The B58, it's about $7,000 or less more expensive than this, and you're increasing 120 horsepower because you're getting that inline 6-cylinder BMW twin power turbo engine with 375 horsepower, and I feel that it needs a little bit more kick. It also drops the 0 to 60 to 4.4 seconds. So when you're starting to think, how many features should I add, or should I go to the 540? The 540 is basically the new sweet spot because we no longer have an M550 variant, which was a detuned M engine, and I absolutely miss that vehicle because the 5 Series isn't the same. You only have really 3 trims, but when you go up into the 540, you get a standard xDrive. So if you're gonna tick the box to adding the xDrive and maybe dropping a couple features, that's why I would say you might wanna go into the 540i. The rear gets standard LED taillights. We get the M treatment on the lower bumper, so it's gonna look more aggressive, but no exhausts are going to be exposed. And with the B48, you're not really looking for performance here. It's more capturing luxury. So when you're adding the M Sport package, you get the contents on the exterior and the interior. You get the guts for the suspension, but nothing for performance is going to be added. And it's the same thing with Mercedes and Audi. Sadly, the Germans do this, and you kind of want to add a few features to the vehicle because as a base trim, you're going to be losing things like the ventilated seats for the front, the heated rear seats, the 360-degree reverse camera, which to me is a big problem. When you go from the 3 to the 5, I'm not just wanting more legroom in the back because I have a large family, but I'm also wanting more luxury amenities because I'm getting a larger vehicle. But let me know in the comments what you think about the 5 Series. Power trunk lid going into 18.4 cubic feet of storage. You get a little storage nook here, bag holders on both sides with another little tub here. And to split fold the rear bench, you pull these tabs right here, and that will maximize the cargo capacity to the 5 Series. The key fob to the 5 Series Listen to the intro. 20-way power seat adjustment for the front. Heated, ventilated, because we have the luxury package. That also adds the rear heated seats. The premium package is going to add this camera right here, a heads-up display, auto start stop. Because we have the M Sport package, you get the steering wheel, and that premium package gives us this open wood pour, memory for the driver and passenger. And we've added the Bowers & Wilkins upgraded sound system that's 18 speakers, 655 watts. The Harman Kardon will have 12 speakers and just a touch over 200 watts. And you can add the executive package, which will get you the lounge lighting here. And it will also give you the 360-degree reverse camera. Let's fire it up. That package will also include the heads-up display and pretty much the features that we have here, but you can tailor the 5 Series a little bit cheaper because we have the 360-degree reverse camera with the backup assist, the trajectory for the front and the rear. You click onto the more, you get the 3D view. There is no more gesture control this year, so you just have to go around it or use the xDrive here. The executive package will change this into the glass knobs, which I kind of like that. You have the car wash view that'll show the trajectory. Because we have the M Sport package, you may want to consider getting some features for this so that way you don't scratch your upgraded wheels. You have a digital touchpad here to turn on and on your air vents, wireless charging pad, and underneath it, we got the BMW digital key. USB-C ports are going to be right in front of the cup holder. Glossy black is going to be surrounding everything. Leatherette, heated steering wheel, it's multi-function. Flat bottom with the M badging. Paddle shifts, you got the boost. And the gauge cluster is a 12.3 digital gauge reader that can go through an array of different content for the driver. You can also change the layout here to make it a little bit more expanded out. And you can do the same thing for the heads-up display, starting with a standard view, directional view, sport view, reduce view. And on the infotainment screen, 14.9-inch touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio, Spotify, Wi-Fi hotspot. You can do your YouTube, you can play video games, and the extra seat adjustments, they're right here, which is a con to me because you have to actually engage onto the screen and you're going to be taking your eyes off the road. Leg space is going to be more than enough. And the same thing with headroom. BMW does a good job with that. You get a standard moonroof, LED interior lights, auto dimming rear view mirror with the home link, dashboard and door panel configured together nicely. It's going to be more sporty up here, and it's going to be the same here. One touch up and down for all the windows with a deep and wide storage pocket. For the back seats, this is the opening that you have to fit 2 more with the cup holders and armrest and down. Heated rear seats, like we've already explained, 2 USB-C ports, air vents. You have a USB-C port here and a connector. No storage behind any of the front seats, and if you add that executive package, you can get the manual sunshades as well as the power rear sunshade. The door pocket is going to be the same as the front, except a smaller storage pocket, but it's just as wide. Sitting behind me, you're going to have a sufficient amount of leg room. It's actually carved out for you. You sit up a little bit higher, but that doesn't really decrease the headroom. Folding this up, sliding over. Can I fit? I can. Leg space is more than enough. Feet space, the same thing. But in shoulder space, I mean, you're going to share a little bit, but for the most part, I mean, it's a doable vehicle, so you don't have to go up into the 7 Series, and the same thing with headroom. The B48 with 255 horsepower, it's the same as the 3 Series, but here we're getting a 0 to 60 at 5.9 seconds. Rear wheel drive, let's see what we got. You can feel the front lift a little bit. But it still does what it needs to do. I mean, you're not buying a 5 Series for this. So it's nice that you still capture this. And having it in sport mode, the bolstering will go against you a little bit more so it feels a little bit more athletic. Braking is good. And when you're thinking about a longer vehicle, this is something that you got to put into content because it's 199.2 inches long. It's a freaking long vehicle. But the thing that I do like about this is the pricing, because you're still under 60 grand if you get it just without specs. Once you start speccing it up, I mean, you're going to be about 70 grand. And the wraparound, I mean, the B48 is quick. Obviously, the B58 is quicker. And the second reason why I would go this route is if you were thinking the 7 Series, you don't actually need it. You can go here and get the 540i. You'll have the same engine, and you're nearly a second quicker with around $15,000 to $20,000 of savings. That's freaking nuts because you got a lot of legroom. Now, don't get me wrong, the 7 Series boasts a little bit more so, and the cargo is just a touch better, but still. The cabin is quiet. If you go 530i like we're showcasing, you have enough momentum to get the vehicle going. 4.4 seconds is awesome, but 5.9 seconds isn't a game changer. .1 inches of clearance is freaking nuts too, because that's literally like an SUV, but it's a sedan. It doesn't feel boaty. We got the M Sport suspension because we have the M Sport package. So you have a little bit of that performance feel, even though you don't have it underneath the hood. You will feel a little bit more confident though with the xDrive, even though the weight distribution is more, but because you also add a little bit more weight to the vehicle, it just kind of keeps it planted a little bit more. So it's gonna take me into some pros and cons. The pros, the pricing of what the 5 Series is between the 3 and the 7. The 3 is too small, the 7 is gonna be too expensive. This is perfect. Definitely a reason why I would get it. Now obviously off the line it's gonna be good. So now what we're gonna do is just kind of slow it down a little bit and floor it. It's seamless. I mean, the turbo lag is very minimal. The 48-volt mild hybrid system works really well, especially whenever you start the vehicle, because you don't even recognize that the vehicle's on. So it really stresses a lot of luxury here, and it's not as long as the 7 Series, so that's definitely a pro to me. The interior, though, it does have some plastic amenities, and when you start going into these higher price points, I would like to see a little bit less in that, especially around your switches. I'm not a huge fan of the rocker. I wish we had a gear lever, but it does clean up the space, making it feel a lot more wide in the interior. The USB-C ports, not in the greatest area. If you have coffee or anything like that and it spills, what's gonna happen? You're gonna have an issue and have to take it to the dealership. Luckily, it's under warranty. The curved panel 2-screen layout, it's not bad. The issue that I'm having with it is where I'm tall, so I have to adjust the steering column a little bit higher up so I could actually see every single thing in it. Having to option things like a heads-up display and ventilated seats, I feel these things should start becoming standard now. For the back seat, I can understand for heated rear seats because some people may not want that, but it's a really high desirable feature getting ventilated seats and a heads-up display. You also have to do about 8 different power seat adjustments through the infotainment screen, in which you have to hit 1, 2, 3 buttons in order to do that. You're not going to be able to look at the road and do it at the same time. I like that we have the boost for the paddle shift, but I dislike that you really have to hit that more or less to get the full potential out of this engine. And when you're going full electrified styling, that's a third reason why I would probably skip it. The third reason why I would get it though is because when you add that M Sport package, it keeps more of an aggressive look, so it still has some of that characteristics of a dynamic 5 Series alive. And it captures the luxury in the interior. And you still capture the luxury in the interior, giving more space than the 3 Series, and it also gives you the M-Spec steering wheel, which makes it feel a little bit more than a commuter vehicle. So when you're thinking about the 5 Series, at least add the M Sport package, maybe the premium package, depending on what color you want. You can kind of pick that. The Brooklyn Gray Metallic, it's a nice color, But for $600-ish, I may look at some other colors just to see as choice, especially if I'm ordering it. You have a lot more interior and exterior colors for this than the M5. Taking me to the last reason why I would get this. It is a smooth ride, even adding that M Sport package. You have a ton of space in the interior, so you don't have to spend a premium to go to the 7 Series. And if you go into the 540, you literally have the same damn engine as the base 7 Series and a huge savings in your pocket. It just doesn't make sense to go up to that level of a car when you're getting such a bargain for the 5 Series here. It's quiet in the cabin. And you never really hear the engine, which in some cases that could be good or bad, but when you're going into a premium luxury vehicle, I think it's pretty good. Turn radius at a stop point is gonna be about 2 lanes. We're going to engage boost. Let's rock and roll. Holy crap, it does change the whole configuration of this vehicle. I mean, it makes it night and day better. So it gives you what you need, but is it enough for you that's watching? Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out this next video right here.